working on toys and stuff.
Oh, that's a happy face.
I'm making sure that I got all my stuff closed out here. And it appears that I do. Good. Yeah, this is Tumblebugs, another Pac-Man clone kind of maze game. Eat all the stuff, avoid all the monsters. But as you can see, it's got the gimmick of having a little magnifying glass that follows you around.
So that was their way of doing a larger maze.
Yeah, and you know, for the time and for the programming limitations that they had on this system, it's pretty fucking incredible, I think.
Yeah.
I was...
And it adds a challenge of you can't always see the things coming at you.
Right. I mean, you kind of can. I mean, the magnifying glass blocks
it's
some
easy
of
to
it.
lose it out of the corner of your eye.
Exactly. Yeah, they're just tiny blue pixels. Let's go ahead and play.
I love how the bugs have these nice buttoned-up shirts and potentially pixel bow ties.
Oh, there's something else awesome about this game too. When you die, it talks to you.
Oh, really?
Digitized speech, which was mind-blowing. I have to imagine in 1982.
I still remember how mind-blowing it was when Aerosmith got video on the Genesis.
Oh yeah, that game. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Awful game.
Oh, he's coming after me. Yeah, it helps you keep track of where they are because they eat your, I guess your red shit pellets or whatever that you leave behind.
So what's the goal of the game?
To eat all of the white.
Okay, so it doesn't really matter that they're eating your thing because you're still leaving blank spaces.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, he's going that way. Good. Oh,
you just don't want them to eat you.
Right. Boy, that was close.
Maybe you can help me remember. I've been trying to remember a fighting game from probably around the late 90s where it was all robots fighting robots.
Hmm.
And it was like for every system. They had it for the 3DO, the Super Nintendo, the Genesis. It was this huge push to try to capitalize on the fighting game craze. And it was such a boring game and tanked. I can't remember what it was.
Gosh, robots fighting. So it was like Street Fighter. It was that kind of pacing, or was it slower? Or
kind of. It was a little slower, a little clunkier, and the designs were just kind of bland. It was like you got your blue robot, you got your yellow robot, and like one would look like the car assembly robots, and one would look. They were all kind of different designs.
Gosh, yeah, it's ringing a really soft bell, but I'm not gonna remember.
And that was another one that a lot of people are like, oh my god, it has FMV on 16-bit systems.
That's all you needed back then, yeah. Million seller. Got 4-color video. That's good enough. Uh-oh. Is there a roundabout here that I can duck him? Or, yeah, big one, but which way do you think he's going to go? Alright, he's being friendly today.
You just know somewhere there's probably like a Commodore 64 game that tried to use FMV and nobody remembers it. Because it was probably just like a 3-frame thing at the end of the game.
Right. Oh, fuck. You just get one life. Wow.
It's like Minesweeper.
Yeah, I'm gonna point the microphone at the speaker and I'm gonna die intentionally so that you can hear this.
Okay.
1 second. This is 1982 speech. Oh. I don't know if you could hear that.
Oh yeah. Sounds like an Ewok.
I think I'll play it one more game.
I will say, for all the crap you give this mic, it actually isn't too bad a quality.
That's good. My main issue with it is
for a live stream.
Yeah, I mean, my main issue with it is that it's very muffled. It's very cheaply made. And the thing that I really don't like about it is that every now and then it'll like do this weird sort of phaser flanger kind of thing, where it really starts fucking around with the EQ. Like it'll cycle through the frequencies or something almost. It's really bizarre and hard to describe. But yeah, not very pleasant to listen to.
Wow.
Lo-fi like an 8-track.
Well, what's the one that you're getting?
The same one that Angel has. Excuse me, okay. Phoenix. It's the Blue Yeti. I was gonna go cheap and get the Blue Snowball, but I realized.
That's what I use.
Oh, really? Okay. I like to have it further away from me, and I noticed in a bunch of video reviews that I was able to find that it's really, really soft on decibels if you're not like pretty close up to the grill.
Okay. Yeah, I've never really had much problem with it, but then it's always right on my desk right next to me.
Let's hope that he doesn't go this way. And he does. He got me. I got roughly half of the maze done. I know I said that I was just going to do one more, but I'm going to do one more.
See, if they want to go in the actual, Animal Kingdom mindset of it shouldn't see you if you turn your back on it. If you go duck in a corner and just face away, and it's like, where did he go?
Right.
That should be the nice little hidden Easter egg of the game.
Right, yeah. Ravenous bug bladder beast of trawl or something. There's a reference you didn't think I'd know, eh? No. I can see why my pop used to play this all the time. It does have this sort of addictive one more time kind of quality to it.
Yeah, it's one of those nice little kind of desktop games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he'd come home from work and he'd just play this for a couple hours sometimes.
Yeah, just chill out, detox.
I wonder how many of those bugs they actually have in here. More than 4.
You can actually even try to count.
A lot more than 4, I know that. There's 3 on the screen at once right there for a second.
Yeah, I'm seeing about 6 right now.
Yeah. And who knows how many the magnifying glass is hiding at the moment.
Yeah. I'd say maybe 10 at most.
That's a lot. Oh, shoot. I should have gone that way. Was that a dead end?
At least it's not another complete Pac-Man clone.
Right. Uh-oh. Boy, that was close. That was pure chance there.
Ooh, wow. That was close.
Yeah. I think I'm coming up to a dead end here, maybe. Oh, no.
And this one I can see because it's such a larger maze, it would be even trickier because it's a maze you can really get boxed into.
Right. I don't know if it's randomized or if they just have like a dozen or so maze layouts that they pull. Fuck. Okay, yeah. Now I'm boxed in. Yep,
it definitely does have a good challenge set to it.
Yeah, I'll give it one more go.
One more.
One more. I'm trying to think if I've got any other Pac-Man clones, because this would be the stream to play them on. Let's go down this time. I'm always going up.
And of course, they'll have changed to a maze that boxes you in when you go down.
All right. I like that it even magnifies the score whenever you pass over it.
That. Yeah, wow.
Which for this system is a huge deal to be able to do.
Detail, yeah.
And that's not just something that you say, oh yeah, well if it overlaps and whatever. No, I mean they seriously program that in. Pixel by
I've
pixel.
been impressed with the look of this one. That magnifying thing alone really does kind of set this apart.
Yeah, it's a neat little gimmick. Which, I mean, if you're going to do a Pac-Man clone, you better have a good gimmick, I guess.
On the one hand, it gives you a nice larger level, and the added bonus is that you really only need the detailed graphics for what's in the magnifier glass.
Right. And
I'm surprised. I'm impressed that there's not like little bits of glitching as it moves around.
I know, no, it's very, very cleanly
Very smooth.
programmed. Yeah, they did really well.
It even magnifies the little bits of the arms of the guy standing on the
Right,
sides.
yeah.
Wow.
If I got a bug behind me, I am FUKD fucked. Fortunately, they decided to go the other way. Uh-oh. I forgot about that. I wonder if they turn around in the middle of the maze.
Sorry, I'm not talking. I'm actually caught up in the tension of this.
Oh no, that makes two of us.
So can they not turn around?
That's what I'm wondering. I don't know. I wonder if they've got to hit a dead end first. Okay, where's the out? Okay, now. Alright. I'm either fucked or I'm not. Ooh, that was close. Might be doing pretty good. But no, I mean, I don't know if you can tell without playing the game, but it really lends itself. You know, you've got this giant maze and everything, but it really does pull off this pretty cool sense of claustrophobia.
Oh yeah. Like it's got a good number of villains that you can't defeat.
Right.
And because of the magnifying glass, it limits your ability to see if you're about to hit a dead end.
It's the original survival. It's the original survival horror game.
Yeah, magnifying glass, you'd think is the thing that helps you, but it actually hinders you.
Right.
In a very clever way.
Very well done, game.
Silent Hill Insect Edition.
Resident Evil, eat your heart out.
I think that guy just changed direction, but I think he ran into another bug.
Unless they just met and it looked like they bumped, but they just went through each other. I don't know.
Oh.
I'm paying too much attention to where the white dots are and where there's no red dots. I think I'm doing better now than I have in the other playthroughs so far. I think that's a higher score. It certainly feels like I've been doing this longer. I like that it keeps track of the time too.
Wow, you've been almost 5 minutes.
I know, yeah, that's
it really shows how much maze there is in this game.
It's huge. I don't think I've ever beaten a maze. I don't know what it does. If I had to guess, it probably just flashes a bunch of different colors or something, because that was the usual.
If you do beat this one, I demand partial credit.
Oh, certainly. Like you don't know. Oh no! Okay, is it going that way? No way.
At least it's not a dead end.
Right. Now let's hope his pal isn't right behind him. Oh, like that. Okay. I've got to get lucky twice, and I didn't get lucky even once. Oh, look how much I had.
No. Oh, so close. That's like Minesweeper too. You get like 90% of the way there, and then you hit the last, and then you get a mine.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
This is almost kind of a very early Minesweeper. Like different game, but the same kind of.
This may be.
Play it.
It's the original survival horror. It's the original Minesweeper. It's a Pac-Man clone. I
never thought of Minesweeper as survival horror. Yes.
There we go. Yeah, it's the proto game. It's the missing link
tension of impending death.
Video games. Yeah. Yeah. Down seemed to work. I'm gonna do down this side. One more time.
Yeah, not to change topics while you're playing, but I don't know if you've heard this whole thing about Skype dropping a lot of the third-party recorders.
I saw that you had tweeted about that, and yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it's going
it's
to
okay
affect
to
a lot of
change.
podcasters.
It's okay to change the subject from silence. That's
Yeah.
always all right.
Well, I think we already blew our own minds with the whole it's the original survival horror.
It's the original Minesweeper.
Yeah, so yeah, I got to see how that's all going to affect things in the next few months. Because
All right, so
that's how I record podcasts.
explain that to me now. What's the deal with Skype?
PowerGramo is a third-party product that you use to record Skype calls. Skype is saying that their desktop version is no longer going to support third-party apps.
Oh, okay.
And only third-party apps are what you can use to record Skype calls.
Right.
So basically, everyone either needs to get a tablet that they start using apps on, but most people who record podcasts don't do it to a tablet.
Do you think that Skype's going to end up coming out with their own proprietary platform for exporting the audio? That's the only logical reasoning I can think of.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm going to have to see. I mean, PowerGramo hasn't come out and said anything yet about what's going on. Granted, they usually don't. So got to play around with some other options, see what's going to happen.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
this all goes down in December.
I hope that it ends up being something free, preferably, that they do for that, because yeah, that seems like a really quick way to piss off a huge part of your user base.
If you think about how many people actually make podcasts,
right,
and how many people are suddenly not going to be able to use Skype to record those podcasts.
Right. I think I'm the only person left on the internet who doesn't record a podcast.
Yeah.
So yeah.
For the moment.
For the moment, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm also looking in. Apparently, Google Hangout doesn't really have a very easy way. You apparently have to record all of the video and then convert it to an audio file.
Oh, wait, Google doesn't have something that works easily? Imagine that. Wow! Did you just see
that? They gotta just see what's gonna happen.
I should not have survived that.
Oh, yeah, you got right around that one.
Would love to say it was skill. Don't like lying, though.
Yeah.
That was luck. But yeah, I mean, that's nutty.
It's not just PowerGramo. Like GarageBand won't be able to record Skype calls, stuff like that.
Wow. Well, you know, I mean, they say that, but how do you enforce that on a software level?
Exactly. You know, someone, even if they do, like, just drop it, you know, someone's going to figure out a workaround.
Right.
Like, I mean, Twitter keeps changing everything. There's always third-party versions you can always go to.
Right. And they're pretty open about that. They don't care, right? I mean, they kind of encourage it from all that I've seen, because once again, I think, oh, fuck, I think I'm the only person who still uses vanilla Twitter to tweet. I
did until just in the last couple months. And I finally went over to TweetDeck.
TweetDeck. What's the difference? Yeah, I've never even tried to use this stuff.
I just don't like that conversation view. The blue line thing.
Oh yeah.
Because when I wake up in the morning, I like to go back and reread like 8 hours of tweets that I missed, and that makes it very hard to do.
Yeah, it does. I miss plenty that way.
TweetDeck is just it doesn't have that, so that's
right. Well, yeah, that's a plus there, I guess.
I mean, TweetDeck it's not too different of an experience.
Man.
Ooh, walked right into that one.
Yeah, just wait till you see how few was left.
Oh man,
that hurts. That hurts.
Oh yeah. That's always the suckiest way to end. God, I don't even think you have 30 things left to get.
I know. I mean, when you can count them, you know.
Yeah. TweetDeck, one of the fun things is you can do columns where you can have, like, this column is the main Twitter line. This is all the people who mention you. This is like if you want to search a specific topic.
And that's desktop?
Yeah.
I might check into it. I use
the one in the cloud on Firefox, but yeah.
I might check into it. It's just it's hard to, you know, get into that kind of stuff because I've only just
I think I use Twitter a lot more than you, so yeah.
Yeah. I've only just recently figured out how You're supposed to use Twitter, and we're gonna pretend that that never happened just now. That didn't happen. I'm gonna I'm gonna download the stream. I'm gonna cut that out, and then I'm gonna upload it to the archive. Yeah.
A nice big redacted band.
Right.
One of the other neat things is, especially as I'm getting into the fall TV season, is I can mute things. So, like, if people are live tweeting a show I want to watch,
that's a godsend.
Yeah. Because I work on evenings, I can't always watch what I want to watch.
Right. I mean, for me, it's more of the people who live post about like football games and shit that I really could not care less about.
So it's a nice way of allowing them to do that in a way that I don't have to see.
Yeah, it sounds like
as long as they hashtag it.
Right, yeah.
Or you can actually just even mute specific words, but still.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it would seem like that'd be really easy to implement. You know, that it wouldn't
you
have
can
to
even
be
mute users without blocking them.
Oh, cool. I can think of a couple that would be handy for. You're in a very chasey mood tonight. You know, for this particular maze, rather.
Got a good corner of it out so far. Got my fingers crossed. I believe in you, Jack.
Well, we just got to get through this alley without any more coming down, and yeah, all right. Now, as long as I don't do anything stupid, which is always a possibility.
So any games you got planned for upcoming streams?
Yeah, I think in the next couple days I'm going to be doing Realm of Impossibility, which is another early Atari 8-bit game, which it's got very simplistic stickman graphics for the player characters, but the level designs are kind of the star of that game. They sort of took a kind of MC Escher direction with a lot of them, and it's got this sort of askew isometric view that is really well done for the time. And I always liked the game. Always found it very fun. It's kind of frantic, and it's a different kind of game than, you know. It's definitely not a Pac-Man clone like a lot of these older games were.
Always fun hearing your moments of panic, and then 10 seconds later.
And then, right. Oh shit! What?
Oh wow! You just got out of that one. Wow.
Oh man, it's like they're all hearing the sound of my voice. They're like, there he is. Go get him.
They're drawn to sound. They're drawn to sound.
Right. Yeah, I wonder if like you beat the level and then this is probably a bad. Okay, he's going the other way. I wonder if you beat the level and then the magnifying glass gets smaller or something. Oh no! These are the worst moments of the game, just waiting for death to come. Yeah, you sure did. Well, at least it doesn't hurt as much as the last one.
Wouldn't it be funny as if you get to the end and it's a cutscene of we reveal the magnifying glass as a kid who's waiting for the sun to come out?
So is that what you think I am? You think I'm an ant? I look like the.
I don't know. I just like the ultimate cynicism of it.
Yeah. I wonder what I am supposed to be. Am I like eating their eggs or something?
It's literally you're just a pair of pinchers.
I'm a pair of pinchers. Yeah, it's like the jawbreaker mouth, except from the side.
Like a stag beetle pinchers.
Yeah, maybe that's. I need to look up the instruction manuals for these games because all these things that because these are all games that I had as a kid. So, you know, all these things I'm going off of, you know, my like 4 and 5-year-old impressions of what was on screen.
Are you supposed to be the bug standing on the side? Are the bugs that are chasing you supposed to be the bugs standing on the side?
Well, when they catch you and they say we got you, the bugs on the side do this little dance. So I'm guessing they're like the Tumblebug gods or something like that.
They're the elders.
There you go. Yeah, Tumblebugs, Lou.
And you're the bread and circuses person that they threw in their gladiator maze.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, that's the TV screen. That's the camera, the TV camera. I hope I'm giving them a good show.
Actually, that would kind of be an interesting way to do, like, say, a football game. Where
Yeah.
you have the entire field on screen and then the thing's just focused in on the player.
Yeah. Thought you were going to.
I don't know how great that would be, but it'd be interesting to see at least once.
It would be. I thought you were about to suggest some Tumblebug fanfic. Sounds like you're kind of well on your way to a good development pitch there.
Well, this is all taking place in the shoe of a football player who suffers from athlete's foot.
Okay. You should get that checked out.
They're just emulating what they see on the field every day.
Right. They got good eyes,
albeit with more barriers. Actually, if this is what football was like, I would watch it more.
Yeah, me too. Funny, a maze game is more entertaining than football to me.
You know what games I miss? The Mutant League games.
I never played those.
They were just so crazy and silly and stupid and wildly over the top and violent.
Came out in the 90s, right?
Yeah, it was part of the early 90s. Everything's got to be edgy and have spikes of blood.
Everything's edgy and gross and loud and obnoxious.
But it had a nice sense of humor to it.
Right. That's good.
Yeah, you're basically running across a football field that has like landmines and alligators.
Okay.
There was even a cartoon where they actually got away with horrific violence on the cartoon because they could regenerate all the people.
Is that all it takes?
Like people would literally be, and this was like a weekday morning cartoon. People are being decapitated, having limbs torn off, big bright splashes of green blood and bones sticking out.
Oh no!
And then they would just go into a regeneration chamber, and they're fine. So it's okay to put on a cute show.
Please turn around. If I push the button, will you turn around? No. Oh, that's pretty sporadic this time.
Yeah. You got a good amount out, but yeah, that would be tough to catch up.
All right.
Yeah, Mutant League. I miss the 90s. In some ways.
I'm starting to get hungry, so I'm going to do one more game, and then
that's fine.
Calling it a night.
Yeah, don't let me keep you up. Now I'm just waiting to hear what the two of you think of BMX Bandits.
Yeah, I think she started watching it tonight. I haven't yet. I still gotta find it, but I do plan on doing that in the next week.
It's actually what you would expect a movie based on an 8-bit video game to be like.
Is it though? Is it based on an 8-bit video game?
It's not, but it has that kind of game-like feel of, okay, here's the level where you do this.
Oh, okay. Well, that'll be interesting.
I don't know why I just thought of that. Maybe because I'm looking at, I think, even before 8-bit games.
Oh no, this is 8-bit, but yeah.
This is okay.
This is early 8-bit. Technically, Atari 2600 was.
I could imagine this being based on a game made in the 80s. So hopefully that feel will get you through it when the BMX bikes don't.
Well, you said that the bikes are just sort of a means to an end for the story, so.
Well, I want to say less so than they, or more so than they are in Rad, but it's still built around BMX. In fact, it was what triggered the craze. Was BMX came over to America at the same time this movie did, and that led to the BMX craze, and that led to Rad.
No kidding. So what year was this movie then?
1983.
Oh, wow.
And BMX bikes were huge in Australia and Japan. And then this came out, and it did okay here. It did huge in Europe, created a huge BMX craze in Europe.
All right.
So it's a nice prequel or predecessor to Rad. with 80s Australian garage band music.
Fantastic. So a step up from Rad then, as far as the music is concerned.
Yeah, not quite as 80s power anthem.
Right. That goes beyond power anthem. It's like power outage. It was.
You're saying this to a man who's a lifelong devotee of Stan Bush.
the DVD menu for that. And granted, I know it was fan made, but it literally stopped me in my tracks. I think I had
Did you guys get one of the fan DVDs?
Well, no, I downloaded it off the internet.
Okay.
I don't know.
It's the only way you can get it.
Right. I don't know where Angel got hers from, but yeah, I got mine off the internet, and I think I had a show that night, and I was going through my closet to get my clothes together for it, and it comes on, and the music just starts, and I think I was holding a shirt, and I just dropped it on the floor. Like, and nobody was in there, so I wasn't trying to make a fucking joke, like, oh, look at me, I'm being funny, dropping stuff, blah. No, like, legitimate, what the fuck am I in for now? I was not expecting this.
Yeah. That was an interesting experience when I first saw it a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Me and Tony, we both had our BMX boogies. I introduced him to BMX Bandits. He introduced me to Rad.
Well, that's interesting. So, did he watch? Did you both find those on your own time, or did one lead to
I did. I found BMX Bandits probably about 5-6 years ago when it just aired on a movie station.
Uh-huh.
So it wasn't something that I grew up with. It just instantly, I just latched onto it. And I'm like, I love this movie. And it kind of like became a part of my nostalgia, even though I didn't grow up with it.
Right. Well, yeah, I'm aware of that kind of thing happening, but that's interesting.
It's one
because
of those ones where it's like, I didn't watch it as a kid, but I might as well have.
Right.
And Rad, though, no, Tony grew up in the 80s. He grew up in the BMX culture. That was like one of his pinnacle movies.
I gotcha. That's just interesting that that's how that happened, because you would think that one's interest would beget the others, but yeah, that y'all.
He never even knew of BMX fans.
Right. That's really weird, since he was so into that whole.
After it came out for a few years, I think when Rad came out and Americans finally had their own BMX movie, BMX Bandits kind of got pushed to the side of it.
Makes sense. Standard procedure for that kind of cultural
and most
appropriation.
Most of the releases over here were just in crappy pan and scan versions.
Mm-hmm.
But the version that I saw on the movie channel was this beautiful widescreen print that's now out on Blu-ray. Oh.
And I was right. It cycles the colors.
Yay.
Oh man, that felt great. Like that actually made me very happy.
Yay.
All right, anyway, BMX movies and culture and appropriation.
Yeah. No, it's I don't even remember where we're going. I don't want to force you to play it through a whole other race.
Oh no, nobody's forcing me to do anything. This is
But yeah, I get into it a lot in my posts, so you'll be able to read it there.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm sure, yeah.
But yeah, it was just interesting that he had never heard of this movie and I never heard of his movie. And those, of course, are the only two BMX movies that were ever made.
Thank God for that. No, that's really interesting that y'all had never heard of the other one like that. That's crazy.
Yeah, because then it quickly got replaced with skateboards and rollerblades.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw any of oh crap, what was it? Star Babies or something like that we did earlier on the.
Was it Solar Babies or something?
Yeah, that we did earlier on the exchange, where it's a post-apocalyptic roller skate movie.
Nah, never saw that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Angie wasn't happy that she had to watch that.
Well, I'm glad I missed it then. In that case.
That was one of those. Noel is the only one who likes this movie.
There's a movie that Andy Kaufman did called Heart Beeps that's supposed to be absolutely atrocious. I was wondering if you've ever seen it.
No, let me look it up here real quick.
Mm.
Did you say heartbeats?
Beeps, as
Oh,
in
okay.
as in all the music that we've been hearing tonight.
Hmm. I will look it up here. It doesn't ring a bell, but then again, Andy Kaufman, everything kind of slipped into obscurity for a while.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the stream.